And so what we're going to cover today is kind of like a little bit of setup work that I'll do in terms of what do we mean by this integrated sourcing strategy? What's the problem statement around, why this is, not getting enough attention that we think that it deserves, and what issues can it mitigate to set you up for success from the outset? And I'm going to ask Justin to go through the meat of it with respect to kind of the sourcing strategy components and then what we view as some keys to success. What we think is that having an integrated sourcing strategy is necessary to fill that expectation gap. And so what does that mean? And what are the dimensions of an integrated sourcing strategy? Well, the reality of it is that there's a tremendous amount of technology and platform acquisition that's going to have to occur to enable any of these programs. There's a deployment strategy that has to occur as well. And then, the run and maintain side of the strategy also needs to be contemplated. In past years, it would be technology and platform acquisition, then going off and selecting, the respective SI, and then moving into the run and maintain. But the reality of it is that we're sitting with market offerings from various vendors that provide fully integrated vertical solutions across all three of these elements. So a serial approach to the sourcing process, it's antiquated. So a coordinated approach across these three dimensions is absolutely critical in our view to success.
Now, as Lynn mentioned at the outset, organizations define their transformation in a lot of different ways. An enterprise transformation, a business transformation, an org transformation, you can define it many different ways, but in today's world, there is certainly a high degree of probability that technology investments and significant technology investments will be required to underpin the value proposition that's enumerated in the business case that organizations are operating against. Kind of really to bring this to life again, it's very easy in an environment where there's a lot of decisions to make. There's a lot of things to complex solutions to evaluate, to fall into the standard status quo approach of I'm going to focus on the next thing that I have to do and acquire, how I'm going to deploy that, and then just we'll let the support model and the ongoing support decisions just defer those until they're made for me.
And what I would say lastly, and just kind of a closing thought here, there should be a degree of surety that starts to occur in, time, effort, cost, benefits as the engagement process goes along. So what we've found though is sometimes organizations don't, set up the fact that this is a continuum and this is an iterative set of processes that are taking place past this initial presentation of a business case that will certainly have an endpoint.